Hey guys, it's Dave of My Freedom Smokes. Today I'm talking to you about a sample we just recently got in from Uwell. These tanks are actually on order, so we should have them soon. They may actually be in by the time you see this video. I'm not sure how quickly we'll get them. It's the Valyrian Sub-Ohm tank from Uwell. Just a whole new take on their Sub-Ohm tanks. You know, they've been real popular with the Raphaels and the Crowns. The Valyrian, am I saying that right? Valyrian? Yeah, Valyrian. Just a whole new take on everything. Kind of cool way they do the coils in there. There's only one type of coil, but they do give you different contact pins. They actually have almost the pin protrudes up through the coil and actually changes the way the airflow is directed through the coil, changes the wattage range for the coil, and gives you better flavor and vaping experiences, or different flavor and vaping experiences than you would get with just the coil by itself with a standard contact pin. So which is pretty cool. It's a 5 mil tank. Was it 24 or 25 millimeters? Everybody's going back and forth, and it looks like they're going to have an 8 mil glass available for this in the future, but right now it just comes as a 5 mil tank. Pretty cool top fill design on here. The 3 bottom airflows, let me go and close those off or pop it open. And it's just a flip top and actually has a push button to pop it open. So you press that button, it releases and you pull it open. 2 nice size fill holes. I like the 2 sides, so when you put the juice in one, it forces the air out the other side. Real simple. The device, or the tank when I first got it, actually had red O-rings and a red drip tip. They give you a full O-ring switch out to green when you had the black one. So I went with a green O-rings and green tip to match the Wismec Gen 3 here. And it looks like all their colors across the board, you get almost 2 completely different looks as far as the extra O-rings and drip tip they include. So it's pretty cool they give you that. So you get, almost looks like 2 different tanks. I mean, it don't even look like the same tank when I switched out to the green instead of the red. So that's pretty cool. Packaging, I like the packaging. It comes in a little tube style. There's like a little rubber stopper hanging down from the top, and when the tank actually sits in there, that drops down a drip tip and holds it all together. Now once you take it apart, the package really doesn't hold together well because this little cap kind of springs out. So it's kind of cool when you first get it, but once you pop it open, it kind of loses a little bit of the magic of how everything's put in there to begin with. And the bottom of the package is a little plastic cap. Take that out, and that's where you're going to find your extra O-rings, extra drip tip, and booklets and stuff like that. Extra coil, extra glass. I'm going to see if I can get all this out here without making too big of a mess. All right. And here's those extra contact pins I was talking about. All right, so the standard coil is a 0.15. It's a huge vertical coil. Looks like it might be spaced parallels or a single coil. I can't really tell. 95 to 120 watts. Then you take the contact pins. There's one pre-installed. It looks like your normal contact pin. It's basically going to be your airflow and then the 510 pin in the bottom of the tank. That's how the original one looks. And they got these 2 that have the stem that goes up through the actual coil. This one's kind of got almost like 2 little oval waves, and it's just going to change the way the air flows through that coil. Changes your wattage range from 100 to 120, so you're going to put a little more wattage through it with that. And basically it's going to sit here on the coil like so. Once this is in the base of your tank, you put your coil on and you get your airflow under it, and then that stem actually goes up through the coil, and that's how it's changing the airflow through the coil itself. And the other one is more like a spiral, almost looks like a end of a screw. Before I read up on it, I was kind of going through the stuff in the box. I'm like, well, what are these things? Are you supposed to try to build coils on them? And then I got to look and realized that was a 510 pin replacement. With this one in, you're getting 95 to 105 watts. So you actually come down a little bit on your high end, but you still got the same low end 95 watts. Whereas this one, it raised your low end and had the same high end. Which is different ways of getting the airflow through the coil, changes your flavor and vapor experience. So it's kind of cool that you get these options instead of just having a single style coil and being basically stuck with that. You can have the same coil and get almost like the feel of different coils out of it. Pretty cool to see that kind of innovation on there. All right, so right now I got just a regular configuration in there with none of the pins on there, just a regular pin. Vaping 95 watts. It's reading a 0.14 on here. Let's have a couple vapes real quick. And it puts off a good bit of vapor. The flavor is not bad on here either. It's a flavor I'm very familiar with. It's our breakfast berries on our sub juice line. Flavors really popping through, really taste the cereal and the berry flavors in there. Let's crank the airflow down just a bit and get that flavor a little more. The airflow is really cool too because it's actually 3-directional airflow, so you're getting more than if you just had 2 slots on it. And even though it's a taller tank, you're getting a nice warm, flavorful vape out of it. See the bubbles coming up now as actually is doing its job on wicking. The coil itself actually has markings on it too, the minimum fill line. So right about here, once you get your liquid down there, you want to go ahead and refill, which is cool. They give you that pointer. A lot of people kind of forget that. They'll run their tanks too low and they'll start getting dry hits. I'm glad that Uwell actually puts that reminder on there to kind of help people remember, hey, go ahead and fill your tank. You don't want to get dry hits, stuff like that. Overall, I think it's a really good little tank. I like the way they got the pins. I'm looking forward to trying those out and playing around with those when I get ready to refill my tank or try out the other coil. Like I said, these are on order, so they will be showing up on our website before too much longer. So if you have any questions about the Uwell Valyrian, please leave them in the comments below. As always, I'm Dave with My Freedom Smokes, and thank you for vaping.